What's up guys, Django Fett here, hunting down games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more, and this is a review for Power Rangers. And I hope you guys enjoyed that intro. I'm actually using a brand new camera, as well as a new microphone. Microphone might sound a little bit rough, but using a brand new microphone, XLR, so it's gonna be a little bit rough. Hopefully I can work out the kinks in the future, but for now, please bear with me. Power Rangers is actually a reboot, a brand new entry into the series. And based on much like the original Power Rangers, but in a mainstream big movie form. It's based around these 5 teenagers who find these coins, eventually find out that they have these superpowers, or this armor that grants them like the superpowers, and become like these force against evil and protectors of the Earth. So what did I think of this film overall? I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. And I loved it. This has gotta be the dark horse of the year for me. I didn't expect too much from the film, and it really surprised me. That's the beauty of this film, because the cast of the Power Rangers are a bunch of nobodies, but they all shine in this film. They're all fantastic, and I think they're gonna have a bright future in Hollywood. I'm calling it right now. Because they're fantastic, man. They really blew me away. I think they're all true standouts in their own right, and I think the really biggest standout is R.J. Cyler, who is this autistic person. He perceived what is to be an autistic person, pretty much in a nutshell, and he just truly shined. I think the rest of the cast were great as well. Dacre Montgomery as the Red Ranger, and the Pink Ranger played by Naomi Scott, who's goddamn sexy. Honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan of the new designs for the Power Rangers outfits, and Alpha 5, and a couple of the Megazords, and the big Megazord at the end. But it's not about that. It's really an origin story into the Power Rangers, and a development or a origin story into the Power Rangers, the team. More team and character developed based, and I loved it. It's more about the teenager struggles and personal struggles of the own Power Rangers, and I love that. Getting to know the Power Rangers more personally, and getting to know what they're going through in their own life. And it's just not a perceived one-dimensional characters like they did in the original shows. It's more to it than that, and I love that. And I will say that I'm not the biggest Power Rangers fans. I like the first 2 or 3 iterations, especially the first one. That's by far the best. But I'm not like a huge super fan like Angry Joe and watch every single one. That's nah, dude. I'm looking at this film like a fan, but as a critic at the same time. And it's not perfect by any means, but it works tremendously well for what it's going for. It's more of a serious tone for the film, as well as humor as well. Or most of the humor does work, but some of it, when Elizabeth Banks, who plays as Rita Repulsa, she overplays the character and makes it way too cheesy and way too much. I like Elizabeth Banks. I think she's great, but in this role, she's just way too over the top. This movie is trying to go for a more serious and personal tone, getting to know these Power Rangers, and this, out of nowhere, it just has this weird, cheesy vibe going on. And I know that's what the Power Rangers have always been, cheesy, over the top. It's going for a more relatable storyline, relatable characters. Now, if you're expecting action, non-stop action throughout this film, you're going to be really disappointed, because 3/4 of the film is more about character development and origin into the characters themselves. I do feel like a couple scenes that were in the trailer were not even shown in the actual movie itself, so I didn't get that. I wasn't really a big fan of that. Hopefully we can get the deleted scenes or extended cuts to show those extra scenes. But I was kind of disappointed that some of those deleted scenes were not shown in the movie. I think a lot of Power Rangers fans will really like it, especially with a couple cameos and references into the movie itself. Wasn't a big fan of how they approached this product placement with Krispy Kreme. And when the action does happen at the end, it's definitely worth it. It's really good. It definitely builds up towards that action, and it really, really works. It has them in their suits, the Megazords, or the Zords. I haven't watched Power Rangers, so I don't even know my history and lore and stuff. Hell, I didn't even know the Green Ranger became the White Ranger. Like, I had no idea until a couple days ago, until my friend told me. Shows how much I know about Power Rangers. But I feel like, overall, this film works so well. It really does. If you're a Power Rangers fan, or you're not even a Power Rangers fan, you're gonna really enjoy it because of the main characters and the chemistry they have with one another. Great character development. I mean, they're all just great, relatable characters that you just grow a bond with and really love. This just definitely sets up for future sequels, and it's just a great origin story movie. It sets up for more sequels, and I just cannot wait to see what they do. And plus, wait for the mid-credit scene or after-credit scene. It definitely leaves me very excited for the future of Power Rangers. But Power Rangers 2017, the movie, gets a... biggest surprise of this year so far. And the Dark Horse. I definitely think this is probably going to be the most underrated film of this year so far, and it will probably most likely be on my top 10 list of 2017. That's how much I really enjoyed this film. Honestly, go watch Power Rangers. It's definitely worth it. It wasn't a disappointment like King Kong, but it's definitely a movie that I had the most fun of March so far. It really was. Logan was a great movie. I'm not downplaying Logan by any means. That movie is way up there, and I definitely think it's a much better film than Power Rangers. But honestly, I just had more fun just watching this movie overall. Definitely made for fans and people who want to get into Power Rangers. And I think I'm going to watch the old Power Rangers again, man. Oh boy. I'm excited as hell for the future of Power Rangers. And honestly, I just want to see more action from this point on. I don't know what my next movie review will be. I'm thinking I may or may not watch Ghost in the Shell. It's probably going to be up in the air. I'm really skeptical about the film. Depends on the reviews. May or may not give you guys a review. But I will definitely give you guys a review for Iron Fist Season 1. And I have a lot to say about that show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to please like this video, comment down below, tell me what you think of Power Rangers in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Django Fett. And I'll see you, my fellow Mandalorian brothers and sisters, next time. Oh, yeah!